This is the Let's Go Blues Minute brought to you by Puckdoku, the original hockey doku. Now here's your host, Jeff Ponder.
Well, we got a little break here before the Blues and the Kings face off on Wednesday, so let's go ahead and get into our stat of the day, which is brought to you by our friends over at Puckpedia.com. So much information you can find over at Puckpedia. They did a heavy lift for me on this one, so make sure you check that out for all contract info, as well as anything else you may be looking for hockey related. Let's talk about the Blues' big restricted free agent signings this summer. We'll start with Dylan Holloway, who, if you remember, signed a 2-year, $4.58 million contract. That is a $2.29 million cap hit per season. When he signed this contract, I thought there was no way he would live up to this amount right away, but it wasn't about the money. It was about getting a young rostered player to work with this core and see what he could grow into. He isn't only living up to this contract, he's exceeding it. In 89 games with the Oilers spanning 2 seasons, Holloway had just 9 goals, 9 assists, and 18 points with a -1 rating. As a Blue this season, he's posted 20 goals, 26 assists, and 46 points with a +12 rating in 62 games played. He's second on the team in goals and third on the team in points. So 20 goals and 46 points. Who else has posted numbers like this around the NHL? And where are their contracts at right now? Let's start in Edmonton and take a look at Zach Hyman. He has 20 goals and 34 points this season. He is in the midst of a 7-year, $38.5 million contract, which is currently a $5.5 million AAV. Remember, Holloway is right now at $2.29 million. Let's look in the Island, where Bo Horvat has 20 goals and 42 points. He's in the midst of an 8-year, $68 million contract, currently earning $8.5 million AAV. Tampa Bay Lightning have Anthony Cirelli at 20 goals and 45 points this season. He's in the midst of an 8-year, $50 million deal, which pays him $6.25 million per season. The Buffalo Sabres have Alex Tuch, who currently has 23 goals and 47 points. He's in the midst of a 7-year, $33.25 million contract that pays $4.75 million per season. And we'll stop with our division rivals. The Nashville Predators just signed Jonathan Marchessault, has 18 goals and 45 points. He is in the first year of a 5-year, $27.5 million contract that pays out $5.5 million per season. Now let's look at the defenseman Philip Broberg, who, if you remember, signed a 2-year, $9.16 million contract. His AAV is at $4.58 million. It was the same thought with Broberg as was with Holloway. He won't live up to this contract during his 2-year run, but he would grow into it as a player. You could argue Broberg, who is making almost double what Holloway is, also is living up to and possibly exceeding this deal. In 81 games spanning 3 seasons with Edmonton, Broberg accumulated 2 goals and 11 assists for 13 points with a -5 rating. For the Blues this season, Broberg has tallied 6 goals, 15 assists, and 21 points with a +11 rating in 49 games played. He's also 5th on the roster in average time on ice with 20 minutes and 4 seconds. So, 21 points with a positive plus-minus and over 20 minutes per game played. Let's look at his contract comparables. A familiar face in Florida has Nico Mikkola with 57 games played, 19 points, +13, and averaging 20 minutes and 10 seconds time on ice. He is in year 2 of a 3-year, $7.5 million contract that is only paying $2.5 million AAV. Let's go up to Ottawa, where Nick Jensen has played in 55 games this season, 18 points, +13, with 20 minutes and 20 seconds average time on ice per game. He's in year 2 of a 3-year deal that pays out $12.15 million over that span, and that is a $4.05 million AAV. For Minnesota in the division, Jared Spurgeon has 46 games played, 21 points. He's at +7 with 20 minutes and 22 seconds time on ice average per game. He's in year 5 of a 7-year, $53.03 million deal that pays out $7.58 million per season. For Broberg's past team, the Edmonton Oilers, Brett Kulak has played in 60 games this season, 21 points plus 3, 20 minutes and 6 seconds time on ice. He is in the midst, year 3 of a 4-year, $11 million deal that pays out only $2.75 million per season. And also now in the division, just traded from the New York Rangers, the Colorado Avalanche have Ryan Lindgren on their roster. 54 games played this season, 19 points plus 1, and getting 19.56 of average time on ice. He's in the midst of a 1-year deal that pays out $4.5 million, and his contract will end, so we'll see what he signs for this summer. So the numbers are a little tighter for Broberg, but the fact remains the Blues signed these deals expecting both youngsters to grow into these contracts by the time they ended, so they could be locked into more reasonable deals for longer term. They are already exceeding expectations, which is both a good and bad thing for Blues general manager Doug Armstrong. He will have to pay market value for these guys next offseason, but with the cap expected to go up more than we've seen since before COVID, it may not be a problem for the Blues to retain this incredible talent. Next up for Broberg, Holloway, and the Blues, they will battle the Los Angeles Kings Wednesday night in LA at 9:30 p.m. St. Louis time.
Wait, Jeff, one more thing.
Well, let's get into Puckdoku. Yesterday's winner was me. I beat Bill with my score of 6 to his 11. The best play, though, came from Bill. It was in the Vancouver and Toronto square. He played a goalie named Dunk Wilson at 0.2%. Quite the interesting fun fact today, folks. In May of 1981, Duncan Shepard Wilson became the second hockey player following defenseman Mike Robitaille to sue the Vancouver Canucks Hockey Club for alleged negligence resulting in permanent disability. The $400,000 suit stemmed from Wilson's inability to play hockey because of extensive arm and shoulder surgery in 1979, which left him without full use of his left arm. According to the suit, Wilson had informed doctors that a mole on his left shoulder was itchy and changing color, but that it was not examined until months later at the end of the season, at which point the malignant mole had grown to a point where very extensive surgery was needed. On November 18, 1983, British Columbia Supreme Court Justice George Murray ruled that Wilson's NHL career would have ended in 1979, even if he had not developed skin cancer.
This was the Let's Go Blues Minute powered by Puckdoku. Remember to tune into Let's Go Blues Radio, the original St. Louis Blues hockey podcast and webcast. Available wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube and Facebook. Until next time, hosers.